I found a bottle of women's lubricant in my husband's bag. I didn't yell or make a scene. Just quietly replaced it with 502 glue. At 2 a.m., our new postpartum nanny was rushed to the ER. Welcome to my channel. If you like this story, please click to subscribe. There are more wonderful stories waiting for you to listen to. Chapter 1. Adam was showering in our bedroom. His phone kept vibrating in his bag, waking me from shallow sleep. I pulled it out. The screen showed a spam call starting with 400. After declining, I tried to put it back when my finger brushed against something cold and smooth. A small pink bottle with anime women striking suggestive poses. Japanese text covered the packaging. Nothing about this looked innocent. My hands shook as I scanned the bottle with image search. Results froze my blood. Extra strength female arousal gel. Opened. Used. The bathroom shower still ran as my vision darkened. Like taking a baseball bat to the skull. I was still in my postpartum recovery period. This damn thing clearly wasn't for me. Had Adam cheated? The thought stabbed through my chest like an ice pick. With trembling fingers, I unlocked his phone. Darling wife sat pinned at the top, nothing but mundane chats about work and groceries. Dry conversations without a single red flag. I combed through Quai, TikTok, hotel booking apps, even mobile games. Spotless. Maybe this was someone's sick joke. I desperately tried rationalizing when my thumb accidentally swiped to a folder labeled work. A parenting app. This didn't make sense. Adam had OCD-level organization. His apps were meticulously categorized. Since when did parenting software belong under work files? My heart skipped a beat. My finger trembled uncontrollably as I opened the messaging app. The chat logs froze my blood. On March 8th, I'd been rushed to the hospital with signs of miscarriage. Adam had stayed by my hospital bed all night. Waited 3 months thinking I'd finally get laid. But she's useless. Book a room near the hospital tonight. I'm dying here. Forget the black stockings. Nurse costumes hotter. On May 20th, we'd taken maternity photos together. He'd proposed again publicly, vowing to celebrate 52 Valentine's Days with me. Her fat jiggles when she cries. Makes me sick. I'm traveling for work tomorrow. Come play house with me. I need you so bad I could kill you. September 10th found me in labor with 4 Pitocin dripping. He'd wept harder than me, swearing he'd never let me suffer again. Who knew postpartum pussy could still feel this tight? Send me videos. I'm starving for you. Meet me in the hospital bathroom now. Can't wait. Our October 6th anniversary included family portraits. He'd smiled, declaring us the perfect trio. You moaned so loud right in front of her. The clueless cow just cradled our baby, grinning. The latest message glowed, frowny face, let's try something wild tonight. Bile rose in my throat. I clamped both hands over my mouth, terrified I'd vomit. These vulgar words came from Adam, my devoted husband? It made no sense. None. He'd been perfect home by 6. Paycheck deposited. Handling every chore during my pregnancy. He'd massaged my swollen ankles nightly. Applied stretch mark cream like sacred ritual. Even hand-washed my underwear with that tender smile. During prenatal checkups, he'd lose sleep worrying. He'd sobbed louder than me during delivery. While other new mothers battled exhaustion, I slept soundly. Adam had arranged everything: elite postpartum care, nutrition plans, parenting classes. He took every night shift with the baby. Even my best friend said he was the last decent man on earth. And he was. How could a man like this ever cheat? Yet reality slapped me hard across the face. Adam cheated on me. It started during my pregnancy. I wiped away tears and took a deep breath. No. This wasn't the time for crying. Tears solved nothing. Using my phone, I photographed every incriminating chat log. Then I replaced the lubricant with super glue. Though I didn't know who Adam was sleeping with. By tonight, everything would be exposed. Just as I repositioned the items, the bathroom door swung open. Adam emerged, towel-drying his hair, pausing mid-step when he saw me sitting on the bed. "Honey, why are you still up so late?" His voice maintained its trademark tenderness. Our eyes locked. Physiological tears flooded my vision before I could stop them. Emotions bursting through floodgates. Seeing me cry, Adam panicked. He rushed over, concern etching his features. "Sweetheart, what's wrong? Nightmare? You shouldn't cry during postpartum recovery, it'll cause complications." His touch gentled, the act almost convincing. Love's counterfeit could be so flawless. Red-rimmed eyes met his as I trembled. "I dreamed you cheated on me." Adam froze momentarily before chuckling and pulling me into an embrace. "Silly. Dreams are the opposite of reality. Should have dreamed I died instead." Digging nails into palms until crescent marks formed, I forced a playful tone. "Do you still love me, like this? Fat and ugly?" Releasing me, Adam cradled my face with sacramental reverence. "My wife will always be the most beautiful woman." His lips brushed my forehead. "Besides, I chased you for 10 years. How could I not love you?" "True. Adam pursued me for 10 years. Gave me his kidney. I'd sooner believe pigs could fly than imagine him unfaithful. Yet cruel reality stabbed like shrapnel, those chat logs embedding deeper with each heartbeat." Meeting his gaze unflinchingly, I enunciated every syllable. "If you ever cheat on me, will you die for it?" A flicker of unease crossed his expression before vanishing into calm waters. "I'd rather die than cheat." I finally smiled. "Adam, you said it yourself. Those who betray true love deserve to die." Adam smiled too. He reached out to tousle my hair, his tone light. "That's more like it. My wife looks prettiest when she smiles." Adam brought me a cup of warm milk, placing it in my hands. "Honey, drink this. It'll help you sleep." I took a small sip, then set the mug down with a frown. "Sweetheart, I think the baby's crying. Could you check?" Without suspicion, Adam left the room. I swiftly poured the milk down the sink, watching the white liquid swirl down the drain. So this was why I'd been sleeping through the nights lately. When Adam returned, his eyes lingered on the empty mug. A strange excitement flickered in his gaze. "The baby's sound asleep," he said, gently patting my shoulder. "No need to worry." I yawned dramatically. "Good. Let's turn in." He switched off the bedside lamp, plunging us into darkness. I closed my eyes, steadying my breathing to mimic deep slumber. At midnight, Adam lightly tapped my cheek. "Honey? Honey?" I maintained soft snores. After prolonged hesitation, he slithered out of bed with exaggerated caution. The clock glowed 1 a.m. Dedicated bastard, still making time for his mistress at this hour. I grabbed my phone and trailed him, pulse racing. Almost there. The evidence would soon be mine. But instead of heading outside, Adam turned toward the nursery. My chest tightened. Had my earlier test made him change plans? What came next proved him far more depraved than I'd imagined. "Thought you weren't coming tonight." A woman's voice purred from the nursery. "Aren't you afraid she'll find out?" My heart stopped. Breathing became difficult. This was Olivia's voice. Olivia was the postpartum nanny Adam had chosen for me. She always wore plain clothes with her hair in a low ponytail, barely wearing any makeup. Though around my age, she maintained proper boundaries. Aside from caring for me and the baby, she stayed in her room to avoid Adam. I'd never suspected her. The rustling of clothes being removed snapped me back to reality. Adam's voice dripped with animalistic hunger. "She's sleeping like a log." "Olivia, let me touch you. I'm going crazy." Olivia sounded uneasy. "I thought I heard her ask what you'd do if cheated." "Does she suspect?" Adam replied with infuriating confidence. Relax. She trusts me completely. When I sneak into your bed nightly, she just pities me for working late. You're terrible. Olivia's protest melted into moans. You love it. Their conversation became blunt knives sawing through my heart. The agony! How dare they do this in my home? Beside my child. I wanted to burst in and stab them both. But reason held me back. Must we try, there? I'm scared. I used lube. It won't hurt. But... Adam suddenly snapped. I tolerate your past with multiple men. Can't you indulge one request? Maybe I should find someone else. No. I'll try. Olivia squirmed to please him. Good girl. Relax. Let me apply more. Adam's excitement grew as Olivia bent over. He emptied an entire bottle of lubricant inside. It burns! Olivia screamed. Endure it! This high-stimulation formula hurts at first. Here I go. Adam mounted her eagerly. A blood-curdling shriek tore through the house. Adam! What did you use? Why is everything sticking together? Olivia thrashed wildly, desperately trying to break free. But it was too late. The super glue had already set. Adam panicked too, clamping his hand over Olivia's mouth. Keep it down. You think this is something to be proud of? I'm stuck too. Woo, do something. Olivia's voice trembled with tears. Working on it, maybe hot water? Ah, that's boiling. After 30 futile minutes, they finally called an ambulance. The paramedics carried them onto the stretcher conjoined in their absurd position. I watched from the balcony until the flashing lights disappeared down the street before returning to the nursery. Little Ethan slept peacefully in his crib, oblivious, stroking his velvety cheek. I vowed silently, I'll protect you. My angel. My gaze lingered on the empty pink bottle beside the crib. Perfect. They'd used every last drop. Adam and Olivia didn't return until the next evening, him waddling with thighs clamped together. Her hobbling with buttocks painfully adhered. They entered single file like mismatched bookends. Their bizarre gaits almost comical. I dug nails into my palms to stifle laughter. Where were you? I was worried sick. I feigned concern, eyes darting between their strained expressions. Adam avoided eye contact. Voice unnaturally high. Last-minute work crisis. Ran into Olivia downstairs, his flimsy excuse hung in the air. I turned to Olivia. You disappeared all day too. I nearly called the police. The nanny paled, lips quivering. MS. Emily. Adam cut in hastily. Family emergency. I approved her leave but forgot to tell you. Olivia nodded like a bobblehead, desperate to escape interrogation. I'll tend to Ethan now. Waving dismissively. I chirped. No need. My parents wanted grandparent time. Consider this paid vacation. Her eyes widened before mumbling. I'll fix dinner then. See that you do. She shot Adam a pleading look, her eyes brimming with resentment. But the CEO was too busy gingerly adjusting his trousers to notice his mistress' distress. Olivia could only avert her gaze and shuffled into the kitchen with her buttocks clenched. Her retreating figure looked utterly pitiful, each step radiating excruciating pain. Honestly, I almost felt bad for her. Working like a mule all day, then clucking like a hen all night. Now she's cooking dinner with literal bowel wounds. What a tragedy. The clatter of pots and pans echoed from the kitchen. Olivia's movements were noticeably sluggish compared to her usual efficiency. Adam bit his lip hard as he lowered himself onto the couch armrest, his face contorted with poorly concealed agony. I pretended not to notice his discomfort, sauntering over to plop onto his lap while looping my arms around his neck, deliberately grinding against him. I cooed. Honey, now that the kids are gone, we finally get our alone time. Adam's entire body went rigid. his knuckles whitening as they clawed into the couch cushions. When I shifted my weight again, he suddenly shoved me away with such force that we both startled. I stumbled backward, nearly tripping over the coffee table. "I'm sorry, babe. I didn't mean," he began, panic flashing across his face as I steadied myself. My eyes casually drifted to the dark stain spreading across his pants, fresh blood seeping through bandages. "Sweetheart? You look pale." I reached for his waistband with feigned concern. "Let me check where it." Adam recoiled like I'd brandished a knife, accidentally tearing his wound in the process. A strangled hiss escaped through his clenched teeth. "Bathroom emergency," he choked out, hobbling toward the hall with his thighs clamped together. I lounged against the cushions, thoroughly enjoying his pathetic crab walk. Earlier today while they were out, I'd installed surveillance cameras in every shadowy corner including above the toilet tank. The feed now showed Adam gingerly peeling back gauze to reveal raw, weeping flesh. His trembling hands unscrewed a tube of antibiotic ointment, application punctuated by sharp intakes of breath. Each dab made him flinch like he'd been tossed. Pure satisfaction warmed my chest. Who knew industrial-strength adhesive could cause such beautiful damage? I wondered idly how Olivia's more extensive injuries were faring, probably twice as excruciating. It took 37 minutes before Adam emerged from the bathroom, his complexion matching our eggshell walls. His legs trembled uncontrollably as he walked. I glanced up at him, feigning concern. "Honey, are you sure you're okay?" Adam forced a weak smile. "Really? I'm fine." I smiled sweetly. "Great. Let's eat. I prepared a feast just for you." At the dining table, Adam froze completely. His eyes locked onto the spread of spicy crayfish, garlic scallops, and chili crab. Why so much seafood?" he asked, voice shaking. I cheerfully pushed them into their chairs. "You've both been taking such good care of me during my postpartum recovery." Plopping giant shrimp into their bowls, I added, "Eat up. Don't be shy." Olivia turned pale, gripping her chopsticks until her knuckles whitened. Adam's fingers shook while peeling shells, sweat beading on his forehead. Casually nibbling my postpartum meal, I remarked, "Did you hear about that crazy scandal in our building? Some couple got stuck together during sex and went to the ER. Apparently they live in our tower." "How embarrassing," I continued. "Do you know who it was?" "Honey?" Adam avoided eye contact, stammering, How would I know? Why aren't you eating? Feeling unwell?" Under my innocent gaze, they forced smiles and choked down bites. For the next 3 days, I ordered every gut-wrenching delivery imaginable: cream cakes, fried chicken banquets, Sichuan hot pots. Adam developed an increasingly awkward gait while Olivia could barely sit. On the 3rd night, Olivia snapped. In the guest bedroom, she hissed, "Adam, I'm done. Transfer $1 million to my offshore account now." "You're insane," he growled. "The doctor says my rectal nerves are permanently damaged." She yanked down her pants, revealing festering wounds glowing sickly under lamplight. "Another week of this and I'll need a colostomy bag. Or should I tell Emily everything?" "You dare blackmail me?" Adam spat through clenched teeth. Olivia stood her ground, eyes blazing. "Try me. This isn't a threat. It's a transaction. You give me money, I disappear, and we all move on with our lives. Otherwise," she left the sentence hanging, the implication clear as day. The room plunged into tomb-like silence. Adam's knuckles whitened before relaxing. Finally, he surrendered. "Fine. But $1 million isn't pocket change. Emily handles all my finances, I need time to liquidate assets." His plea sounded tinny even to his own ears. "Leave first. I'll wire the money in a few days." Olivia's bitter laugh sliced through his pathetic lie. She slammed a pre-printed promissory note on the coffee table. Put your John Hancock here first. We both know your word's worthless. Adam's face curdled reading the terms. 1% daily interest? This isn't loan sharking, it's daylight robbery. Shall I go tell Emily about our little arrangement right N? I'll sign. Adam's strangled voice preceded his trembling signature. Watching from the hallway, I allowed myself a small smile. Money? He'd get his when pigs flew. Retreating to the bedroom, I swiftly divided the joint account, chunks into locked CDs. The rest funneled into little Ethan's 529 college fund. At dawn, Olivia crept downstairs with her luggage. Mouse quiet. I emerged just as her hand touched the doorknob. Leaving so early. Olivia? She jumped like a spooked cat. Family emergency. MS. Johnson. I quit. Nodding. I transferred her final paycheck. Safe travels. Her shaking fingers barely managed to click accept before she fled. I always settle wages fairly. But other debts? Those collect with interest. Back upstairs. Adam lay comatose amidst rotting flesh stench. His infected, injury-required hourly ointment applications now. Even midnight bathroom groans couldn't mask his deteriorating condition. In the medicine cabinet, I injected capsaicin into his antibiotic cream. Showtime. He awoke groaning, shuffling to the bathroom like a zombie. The suppurating wound had developed blackened edges. Sweat poured down his contorted face as he applied the medication with cotton swabs. The first blood-curdling scream came 30 seconds later. I snuggled deeper into goose-down pillows, savoring the symphony of agony. TSK, how did it get this bad? I couldn't help muttering. Adam was truly something else. Enduring this torture for days without cracking. Talk about sheer willpower. Adam squeezed out a glob of ointment and smeared it across the inflamed area. His entire body instantly went rigid. A blood-curdling scream tore from his throat. Aha! I burst through the door pretending to panic. Honey! What's wrong? His face contorted grotesquely. Veins bulging across his forehead like angry serpents. Clawing frantically at the oozing lesions. He left bloody streaks across the floorboards. Hospital! Now! He roared. Feigning confusion. I tilted my head. But sweetheart, since when do hemorrhoids grow on the front side? He didn't even have breath to answer. Just kept raking his nails across raw flesh until the pain finally knocked him unconscious. Only then did I leisurely pull out my phone to call 911. In the ER waiting area, the surgeon approached me grimly. Massive tissue necrosis with secondary infection. We've got two options: high-risk antibiotics that might kill him faster than the sepsis. Or complete surgical removal. Chop it off. I said without blinking. The doctor hesitated. Ma'am, this isn't a hangnail we're discussing. These are essential organs. I snatched the consent form and signed with 3 decisive strokes. Adam regained consciousness 36 hours post-op. Pupils still dilated from anesthesia. His eyes finally focused when they landed on me. The divorce papers hit his bedside table with a slap. It's over. I get full custody and all assets. His panicked gaze darted between me and the legal documents. Baby. This is crazy. We can work through. Remember that pair of horny rabbits humping in the community garden last month? I cut him off coldly. Turns out my lactation consultant knows your dick better than I do. All color drained from his face. It meant nothing. She came onto me. Just one slip. I swear. Snot dripped down his quivering chin as he clutched my sleeve. Every man makes mistakes. Please. I yanked my arm free. Sign the papers, Adam. Let's keep this civilized. Fat tears plopped onto the hospital blanket as he launched into his Oscar-worthy performance of remorse. The monitor beeped faster with each fake sob. His trembling hand reaching for mine with theatrical pathos. Darling. I love you so much. I can't live without you. You're my everything. When I didn't respond, Adam suddenly snapped. He grabbed the divorce papers and tore them to shreds. Confetti-like shreds fluttering onto the hospital bed. His bloodshot eyes burned as he rasped, "I won't sign. I'll never divorce you." Adam reached for my arm, but I shifted away. This only fueled his desperation. "Our baby's still so small. How could you rob him of his father?" "I swear I'll never." "I believe you." I cut him off, lowering his dramatically raised oath-swearing hand. The fragile hope in his eyes shattered as I continued. "After all, your manhood's already been confiscated." It took 3 full seconds for realization to hit. Adam yanked the hospital blanket aside, staring at his groin. His expression cycled through confusion, horror, and utter desolation before he howled, "No! This can't be! What did you do to me?" As Adam crumpled against the pillows, I explained calmly, "It was a surgical complication. The doctors can confirm." Though I did sign the consent form rather enthusiastically. "Emily!" he thrashed wildly, fur lines tangling around his hospital gown as he tried lunging at me. The heart monitor screeched when he face-planted on the mattress. I slapped the duplicate divorce papers across his sweaty forehead. The bolded, "all assets to the wife," clause perfectly covering his glazed eyes. "You're delusional." Adam spat, hysterical laughter bubbling through gritted teeth. "I'll drag this out for years. With no job or income. Who do you think will get custody?" His voice softened unnervingly. "We can start over. Sweetheart. Just let them stitch you up too. We'll be equals again." My stomach churned as he continued. "You're weathered from childbirth. No one else would want you. Transfer Olivia that 1 million, and she'll disappear forever." Adam's final decree came with grotesque tenderness, of course. "I'll make all decisions from now on." I wordlessly picked up the stainless steel thermos. The boiling water hissed beautifully as it cascaded over his bandaged crotch. "Oops." I deadpanned, watching steam rise from the soaked sheets. "Clumsy me." "Ah." Adam curled into a ball, his face flushing crimson with pain. The world finally fell silent. Adam was right. Without his consent, divorce wouldn't be easy. The legal process would be tedious and draining, especially with him fighting for custody of our child. Maybe widowhood would prove simpler, more permanent. I uploaded the compromising video of Adam and Olivia to social media. Within 30 minutes, it hit 10,000 shares and trended on local charts. Adam's digital footprint got dissected. Workplace, friends, even decade-old classmates surfaced to condemn him. His company fired him for damaging corporate image. Now we both stood unemployed. Adam's hospital room became a viral hotspot. Visitors detoured to gawk through his window. Some spat on his bed sheets. The constant humiliation eroded his sanity. He started smashing 4 poles, screaming obscenities until nurses avoided his corridor. The hospital relocated him to an isolated wing. During his MRI scan, I installed a hidden camera above his bed. Watching his nightly meltdowns became my new stress relief. His transaction records revealed I wasn't the only victim. This went deeper, an organized operation. Through mommy groups, I found others. Some suspected their husband's infidelity but lacked proof. Most drank drugged nightly milk, oblivious to their spouse's thoughtfulness. Our investigation uncovered Olivia's maternity agency's dark side. Behind their professional newborn care facade, they targeted expectant fathers. New hires learned Deception 101 from below ponytails, oversized scrubs, scuffing shoes to feign rustic simplicity. At work, they deliberately avoid excessive interaction with the new fathers. Even appearing somewhat awkward and reserved, this makes many new mothers let down their guard. After all, who would suspect that beneath those plain nursing uniforms lie lacy lingerie? The forbidden thrill of this hidden temptation under their wives' watchful eyes proves irresistible to many fathers. They revel in the adrenaline of cheating. This explains why postpartum caregivers like Olivia command such high demand in the market. Not only do they receive premium salaries, but also generous overtime bonuses from the fathers. To prevent further victims, we submitted our evidence to the police. Authorities prioritized the case and immediately conducted a raid, swiftly shutting down the caregiver agency with multiple arrests made on site. However, Olivia managed to escape during the operation. The next sighting occurred on Adam's hospital room surveillance footage. Wearing a surgical mask covering most of her face except those piercing eyes, Olivia stood flanked by burly tattooed enforcers radiating menace. Adam lay listlessly on the bed, his haggard face twisting with hatred when she removed her mask. "You bitch! This is all your fault. If you hadn't seduced me," Olivia snorted derisively. "Did I force your pants off? You couldn't control your dick. Now you blame me?" As Adam struggled to press the call button, one thug brutally twisted his arm behind his back. "Ah, it hurts. Let's talk this through. When are you paying what you owe?" Olivia demanded, crouching to seize his collar. "I'm broke. Emily took everything. Go after her," Adam whimpered, sweat dripping down his pallid face. "She replaced the lubricant with superglue. She's why we're like this." In his desperation, Adam tried redirecting Olivia's fury toward Emily. Unmoved, Olivia hissed, "You think I'm stupid? No money today, you die in this bed." "Wait!" Adam's voice cracked. "I'll lure Emily here. Make her pay." Malice contorted his features, revealing his deadly intent. Minutes later, my phone rang. "I'll agree to the divorce," Adam said with forced calm. "Come to the hospital now." "Fine. I'm on my way," I replied evenly. Through the surveillance feed, I watched Adam excitedly tell Olivia, "Emily's coming right over." Olivia spat in Adam's face, her expression dripping with contempt. "You're disgusting. Selling out your own wife so easily." Adam gritted his teeth, veins bulging at his temples. "She betrayed me first. She left me with nothing, why should I protect her?" 30 minutes later, Olivia was pacing impatiently. She suddenly slapped Adam across the face, the sharp crack echoing through the hospital room. "Where is she? Are you two playing games with me?" Adam's head snapped sideways from the impact, a trickle of blood appearing at the corner of his mouth. "And maybe traffic, I'll call her again," he stammered, fumbling with his phone. The ringtone sounded once more. This time Adam's voice held panicked urgency. "Honey, where are you?" I lowered my voice, layering it with artificial tension. "Darling, the police just told me they've tracked Olivia's movements. She might be coming to the hospital, you need to stall her if she shows up." "What nonsense are you?" Adam's protest died as Olivia snatched the phone and smashed it against the floor. The device exploded into plastic shards that skittered across the linoleum. "Adam, you're the rat who got me wanted." Olivia's eyes burned with homicidal fury, her manicured hands curling like talons. Adam scrambled backward on the hospital bed, only to be shoved down by a hulking bodyguard. The metal frame groaned as his body impacted the mattress. "Emily's lying. I didn't MMPH." A sweat-stained gym sock cut off his denial. Olivia flicked her wrist. "Teach him manners." Fists rained down like sledgehammers, meaty thuds of knuckles meeting flesh. Adam curled into fetal position, his choked whimpers barely audible between blows. A sickening crunch signaled more ribs fracturing. Tremors racked his body, forehead glistening with agony sweat as muffled screams leaked around the gag. "Put your backs into it," Olivia barked, crimson lips twisting in satisfaction. Thud. Crunch. Smack. The beating intensified until Adam's limbs flopped like a rag doll, consciousness flickering. "Enough." Olivia's stiletto clicked against the floor as she approached the broken man. She spat on his heaving chest. Filthy cheaters deserve worse. Her entourage filed out behind her, only to freeze in the doorway. Police swarmed the corridor, handcuffs snapping shut around Olivia's wrists. Back in the ER, monitors screamed their shrill alarms as doctors fought to stabilize Adam. Internal bleeding, ruptured spleen, 3 fractured ribs piercing lung tissue. The flatline tone said it all. In his final moments, Adam's last wish was to see me one last time. I went anyway. Lying on the hospital bed, Adam was barely recognizable, his features distorted beyond recognition. When he saw me enter, his eyes suddenly lit up with a final flicker of consciousness. With great effort, he raised his hand toward me. I love you. I remained rooted in place, a sarcastic smile twisting my lips. I silently mouthed 3 words, go to hell. He understood. The light in his eyes dimmed instantly. His body convulsed violently as blood gushed from his nose and mouth. The outstretched hand fell limp against the sheets. Adam died with a single tear trailing down his battered face, crocodile tears. Nothing more. My heart stayed frozen. Meanwhile, Olivia's story reached its conclusion. Charged with voluntary manslaughter, prostitution, and multiple felony counts, she received the death penalty after cumulative sentencing. Standing outside the courthouse, I tilted my face toward the blazing sun. The sky stretched endlessly blue above me. So many roads left to walk. The end.